Real Madrid targets Jong, the young Cameroonian star taking Europe by storm. Real Madrid has once again become the focal point of the European transfer market, this time turning its attention to a name that until recently was almost unknown outside specialized football circles. Jong, a 21-year-old Cameroonian striker who is attracting interest from top clubs thanks to his extraordinary combination of speed, technical skill, and goal-scoring instinct. Jong, whose talent first emerged in Cameroon's youth leagues, moved to Europe at just 17 and quickly earned a place at Villarreal, a club that has trusted in his potential and provided him the platform to prove he can compete at the highest level. During his time at Villarreal, Jong has impressed not only with his consistent goal-scoring but also with his tactical intelligence, constant mobility, and ability to create space for himself and his teammates. His ability to finish with both feet, precise shot placement, and natural game-reading instincts have made him one of Europe's most sought-after young talents. Coaches and analysts agree that Jong is not a fleeting prospect. He possesses the mental maturity and tactical discipline needed to shoulder responsibility even in high-pressure matches, a quality rarely seen in players of his age. Although FC Barcelona has reportedly been monitoring his development closely, Real Madrid seems well-positioned to move first and present an offer that could dramatically shape Jong's career while reinforcing the club's reputation as a hub for emerging talent. Florentino Perez, the club president, known for executing strategic and high-impact moves in the transfer market, could be planning a maneuver similar to past successful signings that later became key players. Jong fits perfectly into Real Madrid's philosophy: youth, talent, ambition, and the hunger to achieve glory. A critical factor in the potential transfer is the endorsement from Santiago Solari, interim first-team coach and a trusted figure within the technical staff. Sources close to the club indicate that Solari believes Jong has the qualities necessary to integrate seamlessly into Real Madrid's style of play. Fast transitions, intelligent movement off the ball, versatility to play as both a central striker and a secondary forward, and an instinctive goal-scoring ability that can turn tightly contested matches. Solari's approval, combined with the strategic vision of the club's management, makes this potential transfer more than just a rumor. It represents a calculated move aimed at strengthening the squad for the long term. However, the deal will not be simple. Villarreal initially signed Jong for a relatively low fee and, as is common in these cases, retains clauses to secure a substantial profit in the event of a sale. Additionally, Cadiz owns 50% of the player's rights, meaning Real Madrid would need to negotiate on multiple fronts and reach agreements satisfying all parties. Despite these complexities, history has shown that when Real Madrid sets its sights on a target with determination, few obstacles are insurmountable, especially when combined with a compelling financial offer and an attractive sporting project for the player. The potential impact of Jong at the Santiago Bernabéu could be significant, both on and off the pitch. For Real Madrid fans, who have always shown a special interest in young talents with global potential, the prospect of a dynamic African striker ignites great excitement. His arrival would provide additional options in attack, bringing freshness and dynamism to a forward line that, although already featuring established stars, continually seeks new avenues to remain competitive across all competitions. Looking ahead, Jong represents an asset who could become a leading figure in world football over the next decade. His combination of youth, athleticism, goal-scoring instinct, and football intelligence makes him a player destined to shine both in La Liga and in Europe's top competitions. Signing with Real Madrid would not only be a defining step in his personal career, but also a strategic move that reinforces the club's ability to identify and nurture emerging talent before their rivals. Meanwhile, negotiations are expected to proceed carefully, with Real Madrid ready to act swiftly before other European giants increase the pressure. Expectations among fans and experts are sky-high. All eyes are on Jong, the young Cameroonian whose career promises to capture the imagination of the football world in the coming years and, potentially, leave an indelible mark on the modern history of Real Madrid. Alejandro Garnacho, Real Madrid's top priority, the young Argentine poised to revolutionize the white attack. Real Madrid has once again turned its attention to one of the most promising young talents in world football, Alejandro Garnacho. While in recent years the club has closely monitored various African and European prospects, the Madrid management has kept a sharp eye on a player who combines youth, elite experience, and almost limitless potential. Garnacho, a 20-year-old Argentine forward, has decided to take a crucial step in his professional career, signaling his desire to leave Manchester United, the club where he was trained and where he has already accumulated over 140 appearances across the Premier League, domestic cups, and European competitions. His interest in wearing the white jersey is no whim. He sees it as the perfect opportunity to establish himself in European football, prove his worth at a club under constant pressure to win titles, and join a project that blends history, ambition, and global visibility. Real Madrid's interest goes beyond the player's reputation. It is backed by a thorough sporting analysis. Club president Florentino Perez has taken an active role in the negotiations, convinced that Garnacho could be a key piece in renewing the Madrid attack. His youth allows for long-term adaptation, while his over 140 professional appearances grant him a maturity rarely seen in players his age. This combination of talent and elite experience is precisely why the club considers securing him a top priority, ensuring that other clubs, both from England and across Spain or Germany, cannot get ahead in the race to sign him. Tactical support is also significant. Xabi Alonso, the current coach, has publicly praised Garnacho's qualities, highlighting attributes that could elevate Real Madrid's offensive game. His electrifying speed, dribbling ability, one-on-one instinct, finishing skills, and competitive hunger align perfectly with Madrid's style of play, based on intensity, high pressing, and verticality. Alonso sees Garnacho as a source of offensive freshness, constant unpredictability, and a player capable of creating space for teammates like Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo, or a potential central striker, thus expanding the tactical options in both domestic and international competitions. Negotiations with Manchester United are expected to be complex. The English club is fully aware of Garnacho's value, not only for his talent but also for his potential market appreciation as a 20-year-old with established Premier League experience. They will seek a fair sum reflecting their investment and the player's potential, while Real Madrid, with its financial strength and sporting appeal, will need to craft an offer that satisfies all parties. Garnacho's own willingness to move to Madrid is a decisive factor. His desire to join the club could tip the balance, provided Florentino Perez presents a project convincing in both sporting and economic terms. Beyond the financial and strategic aspects, Garnacho's arrival carries significant symbolic and media impact. The Madrid fan base is already dreaming of a player who combines youth, determination, and high-level experience. Garnacho could not only become a leading offensive figure for the club, but also a symbol of the transition to the next generation of Real Madrid stars. His signing would help solidify the attacking line, maintain the club's dominance in Europe, and reinforce the message of ambition and long-term vision that defines Madrid's transfer strategy. In short, Alejandro Garnacho emerges as a strategic target that transcends a simple signing. He represents sporting investment, squad renewal, offensive freshness, and a promise to the fans about Real Madrid's ability to attract young talents with a hunger for glory. If negotiations with Manchester United succeed in the coming days, the club could be on the verge of one of the most significant moves of the season, securing not just a high-quality player but a prospect destined to become an icon of the next decade in Madrid. Vinicius Jr. leaves and Garnacho arrives. A forward transition at Real Madrid. Real Madrid is undergoing a crucial transition in its forward line, a phase that promises to mark a turning point in the club's offensive structure. The imminent departure of Vinicius Jr. to Manchester United not only represents the loss of one of the brightest talents in world football, but also the end of a golden era in which the Brazilian established himself as one of the team's most decisive attacking figures. Since arriving from Flamengo, Vinicius has become synonymous with dribbling, speed, and the ability to destabilize defenses one-on-one. His move to England, driven by a staggering offer from Manchester United reportedly reaching €300 million, underscores not only his market value but also the ambition of the Red Devils to rebuild a competitive European project capable of contending for top honors and reclaiming prominence on the continent. Despite Real Madrid's efforts to retain him, Vinicius' decision to seek new challenges confirms the inevitability of his departure. Yet this does not signal weakness for the club. On the contrary, it creates an opportunity to restructure and renew its forward line. The vacancy left by Vinicius opens the door for the emergence of Alejandro Garnacho, a young Argentine forward who has shown dazzling potential and an insatiable hunger for glory. His arrival is poised to inaugurate a new chapter in the club's recent history, combining talent, youth, and ambition in one player capable of taking responsibility from day one and becoming a central attacking figure both in La Liga and the Champions League. Real Madrid president Florentino Perez, aware of the opportunity presented by Garnacho, has wasted no time in initiating negotiations with Manchester United. The combination of the club's financial power and sporting appeal, together with the player's willingness to join the Blancos, has facilitated discussions. Garnacho brings not only youth and speed but also a goal-scoring instinct that has been evident in his youth career and initial first-team appearances. The operation, backed by the president and the board, reflects a clear strategy. Maintain a balanced squad where the experience of veterans blends seamlessly with the drive and freshness of emerging talents. Garnacho's arrival also has the full endorsement of Carlo Ancelotti, who has emphasized that the player fits perfectly into Real Madrid's attacking philosophy. According to the coach, Garnacho's ability to create offensive imbalance from the wings, his blistering pace, and his efficiency in front of goal will allow him to adapt quickly to a system that combines possession football with fast, vertical transitions. Far from slowing down the team's sporting project, Vinicius' departure can be seen as a strategic renewal, freeing up resources and squad space for a player with the potential to become decisive for the next decade. From a sporting perspective, this transition also represents a challenge for the club, ensuring that Garnacho integrates seamlessly into the team's dynamic without compromising the competitiveness that defines Real Madrid. The Argentine will need to coexist with established stars, learn from their experience, and handle the media scrutiny and Bernabeu pressure, a responsibility that scouting reports suggest he is ready to take on. Furthermore, his inclusion allows the team to explore new tactical variations, including wing overlaps, high pressing, and unpredictable offensive movements, expanding the attacking options that Los Blancos can deploy both domestically and in European competitions. For the fans, there is plenty of reason to be excited. Garnacho's signing guarantees youth, hunger for success, and entertainment, elements that have always been part of Real Madrid's DNA. The club once again demonstrates its ability to anticipate the competition in the transfer market, securing talented young players before other teams can intervene. Even with the departure of a star like Vinicius, Real Madrid maintains its status as a global football powerhouse, capable of attracting the best emerging talent and solidifying its forward line with players who, with time and development, could become Bernabeu legends. In summary, the transition from Vinicius to Garnacho represents much more than a simple player swap. It is a strategic move combining planning, foresight, and sporting ambition. While Vinicius embarks on his English adventure, Real Madrid prepares to inaugurate a new offensive era with Garnacho as the emblem of youth, talent, and determination, the very qualities that have always defined the world's greatest football club. The story repeats itself. Real Madrid not only adapts to change but uses it as a springboard to remain the absolute protagonist in global football.